When it comes to there you go. When it comes to pickup trucks, you have come close to being the very best value in the segment. So this Photon Thunder 4x4 could be the one for you. Special thanks to Photon Philippines for lending me out this magnificent pickup truck and being a partner for our team during the AAP National Endurance Esports Championship Endurance Race. So it means a lot for us. We just literally won the amateur class. That will be a separate video. I will put it in the link in the description down below. So this Thunder has been our service during the race and it has been a fantastic pickup truck. My first ever experience with a Photon Thunder was back in 2023, as evidence here. Hope you can see it on camera. During the 2023 Manila International Auto Show. That was the sports middle trim 4x2 vans. So this being the top of the line 4x4 van, this has much cleaner looks. It doesn't have the crazy kit that what you get with the sports van. Up at front, you have a very large Photon badge along too with LED DRLs right here down below and projector headlamps. As well, you have a ground clearance of 220 millimeters and the wading depth of 600 millimeters, which is, I think, around this much. Powering this Zeusmobile is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder diesel engine. So this is the AUCAN 4F20 engine that produces 161 horsepower and 319 Newton meters of torque, mated to an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. So this drivetrain has been seen in many vehicles already, including some of the bike vehicles that I tried out recently on the channel. And that's a good thing because that means that this is a very proven engine. In it, so down the solid profile of this Photon Thunder, it is your usual pickup truck, but it is much longer than usual. So a lot of people might say, I've driven already the V7 and V9, which is true. But going back to the Thunder, even though this is the entry-level model of Photon here in the Philippines, it's such a huge car. And special thanks again to Adrian1011 who has helped me in a lot of lend-out shoots already. I cannot thank him more than enough for helping me out once again with this shoot. So this Photon Thunder 2 is running on 265, 60, and 18 series tires and wheels respectively. And I believe these are all-terrain tires because it's not the off-road type whatsoever. And being a pickup truck, and this being the top-of-the-line model, you have side steps. So getting in the cabin is much easier than usual. And I don't talk about this that much. The first day I've got this vehicle, of course, it was given to me at a full tank. And today is already day 4 of this lend out. And I have not seen the needle go down whatsoever. Very impressive indeed because this has a very large fuel tank capacity at 76 liters. At the rear of this Photon Thunder 4x4, it is like your conventional pickup truck. You get halogen taillights, reminds me that of a Japanese brand. And I thought they were going to remove this, but I thought this was a good addition for this top-of-the-line model. This has a plastic protection here for the tailgate, so in case someone rear-ends you, and hopefully not in the future, this will keep it in check. Whoa, that's a bit dusty. And you get a reverse camera as well. And this, sadly, being the top-of-the-line model, it does not have the tailgate assist, but it's not as heavy as my one thing. You have a total payload capacity here of 980 kilograms, which is more than your mom's, wait, what? Sorry, wrong script. Which is more than enough to put literally anything on it. So like stack of go-karts here as such, and you get tethering hooks on all corners of this vehicle. Finally, here in the interior of this Photon Thunder 4x4, here in the door card, yep, there's a lot of squeegee material and leather materials, surprisingly, at this price point. And you get quilted leather all around this vehicle, including here at the seats. So this Photon Thunder feels a lot more premium now than some of its competitors. And you get electronic adjustments for the driver's seat only. But hey, it's still a nice addition. You get cubby spaces, cup holders on either side of the door card. So small water jugs will fit here, including here in the center console itself. Here on the left side of the dashboard, you get card slots, headlight level adjustment, and for your PM 2.5 filter, which you can see here little in the infotainment system, you have an analog tachometer, speedometer with a 7-inch instrument display right in the middle, which displays all of your important information. And here in the steering wheel, it's polyurethane, but still very nice to the touch. And like before, you get paddle shifters. Shout out to Renee. You know my history with paddle shifters with the Photon Thunder. And you get tilt and telescopic for the steering wheel, which is good. Buttons here you get for your instrument cluster and volume adjustments on the right side, your phone connectivity and cruise control functions as well. And the materials here, yes, some of plastics here above, but you get this lovely carbon fiber trim that stretches all the way to the right side. And thank goodness, you get physical climate control functions. And how about this? Yes, there's no seat ventilations, but you get heating functions at least for the seats. And more stuff here, like for your tuning knob, for next track, for the music, parking sensor button, 12-volt socket, and you get a cubby space here for putting your phones, along to with ambient light. Yes, this Photon Thunder has ambient light throughout here at front, and more buttons here for your 360-degree camera, hill descent control, electronic stability control, and one of the few pickup trucks, well, actually only the pickup truck at this price point in this segment that has an automatic function for your drive modes. Well, rather with the drivetrain, so you get 2 high, 4 low, and an automatic function. You only can see that with much higher and much more extreme pickup trucks. Kudos to this Photon Thunder. And you get a gear lever along to with an auto hold function, electronic parking brake, and finally here we have a 10.25 inch infotainment system. Sadly, there is no Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto. However, you know my history with Carbit MirrorLink. It's a very good system nevertheless. And like before, you can control your climate controls as well here on the infotainment system. And you get a 360-degree camera. You have an all-around 2D mode and as well a 3D mode. You can do it with this sensitive controls or touch the vehicle itself. It's very responsive. The resolution, not so bad for what this is. I know some other vehicles that have this kind of quality, but hey, it makes up for it for the response time. And again, one of the few pickup trucks that has an onboard DVR, aka dashcam. And speaking of dashcam, there's a USB Type-A port right here up above, which is literally for another placement for dashcams or other bits you want to do. So this rear view mirror is a little bit flimsy, but I think that's for a good reason too. So in case you're trailing and go off-roading, this will shake a lot, but in your eye view, it will be perfectly level. So it's kind of like a stabilization thing, which I like. And more stuff here, you get halogen lights, sunglasses holder, visor, vanity mirror only. Don't extend, but hey, the quality of this is still pretty good. And back with this infotainment system, since this being the Thunder 4x4 top of the line variant, you get passive ADAS functions. So you get your lane departure warning, forward collision warning, and blind spot detection, which I find very good in this, again, at this price point, because some of the pickups don't even have these features, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it here with the infotainment system. And center console box, you get 2 Type-A USB ports. And how about this? An ashtray that comes as standard. And shout out to this person, there was a price list left in this media unit to Sir Jayson Solano of Photon Quezon Avenue. So if you want to buy any Photon pickup truck or any commercial truck rather, to highly hit them up. Now here at the rear of this Photon Thunder, here at the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front. You get quilted leather soft pads again here on the elbow. And what the? Dude, what did you do with this vehicle?
Sun visor.
So kidding aside, this Photon Thunder does not come with sunshade protection like with some luxury vehicles, but hey, it is possible. Anyways, so here at the rear, you get 2 map pockets on either side, and in the middle, there's nothing aside from a cubby space. So this is the one drawback I only found with this Photon Thunder. There's no air conditioning vent or vents here for the rear, but we found this air conditioning system really cool. So among one of the better pickup trucks that we tried out as well on the channel. And the seats here, again, pretty much the same like the ones in front. There's quilted stuff on it, and you get a central armrest with 2 cup holders, which is enough. No, actually, this is too big now for small ones like this, but again, for bigger ones as such, it will be perfect here. And if I sit here in the middle, there's a transmission tunnel, but it's not in the way that much, nor too tall, because there's some lack of tie support. But it's still very much doable for a long trip. And there's just a dome light above here. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. And like with most pickup trucks, pull this guy up and you have extra underfloor storage and another fire extinguisher. How about that? One might say that pickup trucks tend to have a bouncy ride because of the rear lift suspension setup, and you'd be right. But with this Photon Thunder, during my entire time with it, it's alright. As you may know, I used to own two pickup trucks of the same brand back in the day, and it's almost no different in terms with the ride. Yes, this ride may be bouncy on uneven surfaces as demoed earlier, but it's not as bad as you think. As for the handling of this Thunder, there's a lot of weight in the steering wheel. It's no MX-5 Cup car, but it's still very easy to drive in tight roads, such as here around in Green Hills. As for the engine, 161 horsepower, 319 Newton meters of torque, may not sound enough for a pickup truck like this. However, mated with this 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, it's a very good combo. Whee! And then another bounce. So even though at high speeds, you can feel the bounciness of this suspension, but then again, still pretty much keeps you in check, and it's very stable to once you drive this on the highway. And what surprised me the most is the brake feel of this pickup truck. It's not as spongy as some of its competitors, but it's really, really strong. Cool fact with this Photon Thunder, rear disc brakes. The under brakes are really, really good. Another surprise too with this Photon Thunder. Wait, excuse, a U-turn test. Yeah, you have to complete more than almost 5 lanes rather to do a 3-point turn. And a big plus, as I said earlier, you have paddle shifters for this vehicle, which kind of gives it a little bit more of a sporty character than usual. And back, another surprise with this Photon Thunder, it's its fuel economy. For such a big vehicle, around in heavy EDSA city traffic, I was managing 9.1 kilometers per liter. How about that? And on the highway, I was able to max out at 13.2 kilometers per liter. Then with the combined figure overall, both very heavy city traffic and highway driving with also traffic, you can do 10.3 kilometers per liter. That's really, really impressive. And this is how fuel efficient this Photon Thunder is. It's literally my 5th day with this vehicle already, and it has literally just dropped 1 bar after like more than almost 250 kilometers. I'm very impressed. At this price point, the NVH is actually top notch. Yes, you have big tires, but this specific unit, remember, is running on all terrains. Not that loud. Even you have a diesel engine, there's not much of the diesel drone translating in here to the cabin. It's actually a very good vehicle for what this is. And speaking of, a lot of people thought that this vehicle cost around 2 million pesos given the tech and the size of this as well. But this Photon Thunder 4x4 stands at a whopping 1,398,000 pesos. So I can now kneel to this vehicle that this is the best value 4x4 pickup that you can buy today. And one more time. Whee! Right. So that concludes my full review of this Photon Thunder 4x4. Again, I'd like to thank Photon Philippines for lending me out this amazing pickup truck, and as well for partnering me during the AAP National Endurance Esports Championship Endurance Race. And again, special thanks as always to Adian1011 for helping me out during these shoots. So hope you guys like and subscribe. Just let me complete this 3-point turn, excuse me. And I will see you with more future car reviews on the channel. Bye-bye.